Howdy folks, Rob Maximum RD. I'm yelling because I'm a distance from the camera. I don't know if it's necessary or not, but whatever. Ow, that really hurt. Okay, so anyways, this is probably one of my more unusual unboxings or unpackaging, as the case may be. And in order to show you what I just received, first I have to show you something that I already had and the reason why I am receiving it. Okay, I'll lower my voice now as I get closer to the camera. Okay, so here's the deal. This is my, as you've seen in one of my past videos, my Atari 7800. It's a, oh, it doesn't have the side expansion port. I always thought it did. Isn't that funny? Anyways, interesting. Yeah, anyways, so there it is. Overall, it's in pretty good shape. I'm happy with it. It performs well, no problems. Pretty scratched up on the aluminum label here, the logo. I think the plastic's already off of it. Yeah, pretty sure. I removed the clear plastic cover. So that's the actual condition. And it was already like this. Very scuffed up. I don't know. You probably can't see too well on camera. But anyways, I can't complain otherwise. For some reason I thought I had one of the earlier models that had the side expansion port. Looking at it now, I realize that's not the case. So that's something I'm going to have to think about. There's an accessory coming out later on, hopefully at some point, that will take advantage of the side expansion port, which I don't have. Thought I did. Anyways, okay, so the interesting thing about what I received today, I know that's what it is because of the name of the person who sent it. You probably can't see, and I know I can't get too close with this damned camera, but normally the buttons here have power, reset, power, pause, select, and reset. Now what I have, and I don't think you can see it, I have power, select, and reset. Don't know why. Obviously it does function as the pause button, but it says power. So for whatever reason, obviously somebody had removed the original pause button. Maybe it was damaged, something happened to it, and they replaced it with, I guess, the only thing they had, which was a second button labeled power. Kind of weird. And just being the type of person I am, that just annoyed me to no end, where it shouldn't, and I know it shouldn't, but I'm just like that. I'm picky in that way. So I had made a post over on Atariage, and long story short, a fellow answered it, and I basically said, you know, if anyone there has a extra pause button for the 7800, maybe on a broken system, you know, whatever, if they could spare it, I'd be happy to pay postage and shipping, you know, a couple bucks for your troubles, whatever. So a fellow over on Atariage, I'm going to cover the address here, answered. A fellow by the name of Brian on Atariage, thank you very much. Much appreciated. He answered it and sent me a private message, said he did indeed have a top covering for his 7800 that was cracked, and he had no use for it, so he'd send it to me. So I know I've given away already what is inside, so that's one difference from typical unboxings, but oh well. I find you just never really know how things will turn out when you open a package from somebody. So here we go. Nicely packed. Oh, and by the way, he just said shipping was on him. You know, no worries. Don't worry about it. It's done. And yeah, so that's it. In a nice bubble packaging. Open it up here and you can see, there we have, oh, there we have. Oh, okay. I don't know why, but I was just paranoid. I'm one of those people that whether I order something or somebody says they're sending me something, until I actually see it, I'm, paranoid about it. For some reason I was paranoid it would be another power button, or through my own fault, when I originally posted, and you probably caught me when I was even explaining it to you, I almost kept saying reset button was what I needed, reset button. But no, I have the reset button right here. And in fact, when I originally posted on Atariage, I had said I needed a reset button. But nope, it is a pause button. It's got the spring on it. It seems to be fully intact. So there we go. I can put that where it belongs, right beside the power switch. I will now have a properly labeled power button for my Atari 7800. And that's great. I'm really hoping that there is talk of a Harmony cartridge coming out for the Atari 7800, and that would be great because the old Cuddle Cart 2, or whatever it's called, I think it's the Cuddle Cart 2, which will load 7800 ROMs. It's out of, actually I'm not sure if it's out of production, but it's pretty pricey. It's pretty pricey, and if you do find someone else who's willing to sell it other than the original supplier, they're asking quite a bit for it. So the Harmony cartridge, which if you don't know already, they have for the 2600, beautiful, loads ROMs right off of a SD card, lets you play all your Atari 2600 library from a single cartridge. And supposedly the Harmony Cart 7800 will be coming at some point in the future, and it's one of the reasons why I've decided to keep the Atari 7800. The fact that it plays 2600 and 78 cartridges was great, but I never really thought there were that many 7800 titles, and so it was one of the consoles that I was debating whether I should hold on to it or not once I go through the big shakeup of my collection. But I have decided to hold on to the Atari 7800 for the upcoming Harmony cartridge, keeping my fingers crossed, now that the kind member Brian has sent me a proper pause button labeled properly. And I have another product coming. I'm not going to tell you exactly what it is, but let's just say it gets around the original Atari 7800 crap joysticks. Yeah, it gets around that problem. And again, so that's another reason why I'm going to hold on to that. You'll see it when I get it. All right, so thanks, Rob. Happy Maximum RD signing off. Thanks again, Brian. Much appreciated. Thank you for the pause button. I will install this shortly. Rob Maximum RD out. Talk to you later.